Welcome back, Ducks and Kings fans, to episode 17 of Royally Quacked, the Ryan Kesler episode. I don't know if there's a famous number 17 for the Kings. I don't remember on the top of my head. Do you know any famous 17s for the Kings?
I want to say I think Gary Curry was 17.
Well, then the Ryan Kesler Yari Curry episode. So, all right, your turn for the trivia question to say to me.
Okay, trivia question. Four-parter.
Okay.
This is actual Anaheim Ducks trivia.
Okay.
The one is easy. What company founded the Anaheim Ducks in 1993?
Oh, geez, I wonder. That was Disney.
Correct. Who was the Ducks' first captain?
First captain. Oh, God, I know who it is. I just can't think of it.
That's probably going to be the toughest question. Maybe.
I don't remember at the top of my head. Who is it?
I'll give you a choice of four.
Okay.
Terry Yake, Randy Dossier, Troy Loney, Paul Correa.
Wasn't Paul Correa? I know he was a captain, but I don't think he was the first captain. What was the first one?
Terry Yake.
The second one?
Randy Dossier.
I think it was him.
Wrong.
Oh. Was it Paul Correa?
No.
Oh.
He was later a captain, but not.
No, I know that.
First captain.
Okay, who?
Troy Loney.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
And you know what their record was?
Crap.
That's not part of their trivia. What was the Ducks' opening season record?
I want to say they were like 23 wins. Am I like in the ballpark at least?
I'll just tell you.
Okay.
And I think this isn't bad for a expansion team.
Okay.
33, 46, and 5.
Oh, that isn't bad for an expansion team.
A record-breaking number of wins for an expansion team until probably Las Vegas.
The Vegas,
yeah, whatever.
The name I'm not allowed to say because Mom will hit me.
Okay, this one's going to be easy. If you don't get this, I'm going to disown you.
Okay.
What was Timo Solani's nickname?
Oh my God. The Finnish Flash.
Okay. And the last question: who holds the franchise single-season record for penalty minutes?
Stu Grimson?
No.
Oh,
I can give you 4 names if you want them.
How recent is it?
Right, second season.
Oh, geez. All right, give me names.
Dave Karpa, Todd Ewan, Kevin Sawyer, and Warren Reichel.
I want to say it was between the last two.
You'd be wrong again.
Oh, I was two? I was like 2 or 3 years old when this happened.
2.
Yeah. So
Todd Ewan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually saw my timeline today that today marks the anniversary of the Ducks expansion draft when they took Guy Hebert with their first expansion pick.
Yeah. Wow.
That was today.
So you want to know how many penalty minutes he had? And it was in 95, 96.
All right, give me a like a plus minus. Give me like a plus minus like within a certain amount of minutes. Like if I'm within like 10 minutes on each side.
15.
Okay.
I'll give you 15 on each side.
I'm gonna say 212.
You lose.
Was I over or under?
Under.
I was under?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It
372.
oh, now you're way over.
Oh, okay. 280.
Within 5, 285.
Ooh, okay. Third time's the charm. All right.
That was awesome.
All right. Wasn't expecting a four-parter
Yeah,
slash five-parter.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So,
Make you work for it, and the fans like stuff like that.
yeah, true. All
I
right.
bet you they were all saying, "Dummy, it's Todd Ewan."
Yeah, probably. God, that Ducks guy's an idiot. God. All right. Kings news. I'm pretty sure we got some interesting news this week.
We do. P.L. Dubois traded to the Washington Capitals for goalie Darcy Kuemper.
Welcome back, Kemper.
Yep. There's no retention on either team. You know, the Kings gained $3.25 million in cap space with it. And I don't,
5 less years
yeah, 5 less years.
or 4, 5.
Well, you know, and we do have a question about this later, and so I'm not going to go into it now because there's a question asked about this. So we'll save that for that question. On if you're curious about possible reasons why. So okay. Second news: Kings signed Alex Turcotte to a 3-year deal with a value of $775,000 AAV. And I do believe the first year might be two-way.
It is a two-way.
But he does not have any waiver exemption. So if they do that, he could be playing. Then the other part is, and I'm going to say this name twice. Okay?
Gee, I wonder why you're going to say it twice.
Well, yeah, a certain person says I said it wrong, but yet Jesse Cohen on All the King's Men says it the same way I have. And he works for the Kings. So Samuel Fagemo or Fagimo, Alex or Adam. Fagimo
I can't wait to hear
is
that
next
message
on
later.
Blake's agenda. Everybody else of the young guys expected to come up are already signed. You know, we obviously have a whole bunch of UFAs and RFAs, which we're going to probably find out in the next 3 weeks what's going to happen with a lot of them. So there's going to be a lot of news coming up, especially right after the draft, and then July 1st starts the free agency period. So, and that's all for Kings news this week.
Yep.
Back to you, Cody.
All right. So we got a little bit of news for. So I'm just fixing something on the. I don't know why it did that. Anyways, all right. So earlier this week, the Ducks posted a little sneak peek of the new logo and jersey color. And I'm pretty excited the way it looks so far. So the orange is definitely like a darker orange like Iceletics predicted. And just that orange eye with the gold like eyebrow thing, I like the way it looks so far and I can't wait to see it. Makes me wonder when they're finally gonna post like a full reveal of the logo or even the jerseys. I'm guessing they'll probably post the logo sometime before the draft, and then the home jersey will be revealed at the draft with the third overall pick, and then the away jersey will be revealed at the flock party on Sunday. That's my prediction for that. I'm excited for all three.
So you're predicting that will happen, not that it may not happen.
That's my prediction. Yes, they're gonna.
All those were predictions, or
all those were my predictions, saying the logo will come out before the draft. The home jersey will be revealed at the draft, and then the away jersey will be revealed at the flock party a week from today, which we will be at.
Okay.
So, all right. And let's just say I'm super excited about the whole reveal. Oh, and apparently the Ducks put in for a trademark application on the word orange country. So I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know if they're going to make it like the orange country Ducks.
Bear Jamboree.
That was good.
Well,
I like that.
They started with a Disney company, right?
Yeah. Or they're going to do like the Mighty Ducks of Orange Country or the Orange Country Mighty Ducks. I don't know how, or I don't know how it's going to work, or they might just do, honestly, they just go back to the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. That just flowed so perfect.
Yeah, orange glad.
Oh God,
You're
here.
gonna just hear that forever from me.
All right, and I'm gonna mute you while I'm explaining this. All right, you're muted. I'm just kidding. I'll mute you. All right, next bit of news. The Ducks hire Rich Clune as their assistant coach, and he will be running the power play. So I can't remember if he was part of the Toronto Maple Leafs coaching staff, and now he's coming over to the Ducks. So that's good news there because they had a good power play. I'll obviously look at the team they had on their power play. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So welcome over, Rich Clune. I'm excited to see what you're going to do for this club. And then according to Martin Madden on the Duck stream, one of the podcast episodes, he said the Ducks are down to 8 players for the 3rd overall pick, but didn't really specify like who the 8 players were.
Well, isn't it pretty much after the first 2? It might be what you need more than picking the best player. I mean, because they have a lot of value in this year's draft.
You really, they're saying like with any of those picks, all of them have their pros and cons to them, but I guess no matter which way, I mean, yes, there's ones that you probably prefer the Ducks take more, but it's also probably what they want more. Do they want a forward? Do they want a defenseman? Do they want a right shot defenseman? Do they want a left shot? Do they want someone that's more offensive or defensive?
Well, the funny thing is everything I've been reading about them, they're going to take a defense.
See, I've heard. Was it?
I think they want a top 6. They don't want somebody they have to wait for a top 6 forward. I think they're going to either pick trade or UFA.
Yeah. So I'm not really as good with the prospects, like draft class stuff. I'm gonna shout out Crash the Pond because they do a way better job. They know the draft class and they actually have the whole like elite prospects draft guide and stuff like that. But you got to pay. I think you have to have the membership and everything, and they have it. So tune into some of their episodes, and they explain everything way better than I would personally. Like I listen to them.
Shout out to Crash the Pond.
Crash the Pond. So Felix and Jake over there, they're great. So like I said, listen to them on that. Next bit of news. Sad news again. Former Duck Andrew Cogliano officially retires from the NHL. That's sad to see him go. Well, and I'll never forgive George Peros for ruining his Ironman streak. I'll never forget that.
So it might be a good thing for Cogliano.
Why?
He's ready to be home with his kids.
No, I know, but
that's a blessing they have. They have spend this 12 or 14 years, then they're probably set for life if they're smart with their money.
Yeah,
and he can be with his kids and his wife.
No, I completely agree. Just someone that everybody enjoyed watching, even when he was a Duck. I was happy he won the Stanley Cup. I was rooting for the Avalanche because I wanted him to win and everything. But like I said, never forgive George Peros for that 1 game suspension he gave him in 2017 or 2018. I want to say it was 2018. For that, it was like a hit on it was on a Kings player too, and the Kings player even said like, "Oh yeah, that." He's like, "I didn't even think it was dirty at all." He's like, "I thought it was a clean hit." He like the Kings player even the guy that Cogliano hit even came out and said he's like, "I didn't think it was suspension worthy." So
Cogliano was a class act.
yes,
He was
so I'm
always fun to watch play.
very much
Always gave his all. I mean, he's one of those guys, not going to be a Hall of Famer, but almost everybody goes, he'd be a guy I want on my team.
yeah.
So
I believe he played with Edmonton, the Ducks, Dallas, the Sharks, and the Avalanche. I believe those were the 5 teams he played for. Majority of his career, I believe, was with the Ducks, though.
yeah, I
So,
think so too.
last bit of news is Gibson on the move. There's been rumblings about Ottawa or even Detroit.
No, there was even New Jersey, but New Jersey's got
Oh,
Markstrom now.
yeah.
Oh,
there
sorry.
we go. Yeah.
I broke some league news
Ooh.
protocol there. Hey,
That's
well,
right.
it's my podcast too, so I can do it whatever
No.
I damn well please.
I'm just kidding. But like I said, just the thing I heard about the Gibson trade rumors is the Ducks aren't looking to retain. They don't want to retain on the salary. So, I mean, if anything, and what might be helpful if they take like maybe someone that's on a bad contract or something for a year or two to help with it. Maybe I could see them doing that than them retaining. But that is it for Ducks news. Let's go to league news. So, Elliot Friedman said there's potential buyout candidates, but of course we won't find out who if there's any buyouts because it has to be 48 hours after the Stanley Cup final. So that we'll find out Wednesday if there's any buyouts. Oh, another spoiler.
Wednesday night, you mean?
Wednesday night, yeah.
Okay.
So, but the potential candidates so far was Jeff Skinner with Buffalo and Cam Atkinson with Philadelphia.
I can see that.
Yeah. Me too.
They were both, above average players at one time, but you don't even hear much about them anymore.
Yeah. I think Cam Atkinson was hurt for a majority of this last year, but I don't fully recall. I know Jeff Skinner has like on his average AAV is 9 million a year and he has 3 years left. Yeah. So, and then the next bit of news is the Columbus Blue Jackets fired Pascal Vincent after 1 season with the team. I think it's just because Don Waddell comes in, he wants who he wants as the head coach.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I'll take the next one.
Go for it.
Barclay Goodrow waived by the New York Rangers on Tuesday, and if anybody didn't, he's a good player.
He's a good playoff player. That's someone who you want on your team for playoffs.
Well, he's a good player.
Yeah.
People want why? Well, they're cap strapped. They had to do something, so they put him on waivers. And dang, he didn't pass the first team.
Nope, he did not.
That gives you a clue. Anybody know who the first team in the waiver wire is? They also have the first pick in the draft. And they were super crappy last year, the San Jose Sharks.
Yep.
So they got themselves a player without even, Celebrini. When they're going to get Celebrini.
Well, apparently the Sharks were already interested in him, but there was a reason why it was a waiver, not a trade. Because Gaudreau has, I think, I know he has a no trade, like a partial no trade list. I don't know how many teams he has on his no trade list, and San Jose was one of those candidates. Was on his no trade list. but he doesn't have a no move clause, so that's why he got waived and the Sharks picked him up. So let's just say Goudreau's not very happy with the Rangers.
Yeah,
And it was
he'll probably end up going back and signing with them.
I don't think so. But yeah, like I said, good move for the Sharks. I think better move on the Rangers, because usually when you need to get rid of a contract like that, because he has like 3 years left on his deal at like 3.5, 3.6 something, I want to say. If you can get rid of a contract like that without having to pay the team to take the contract, that's a win.
Yeah.
So they just opened up another 3 point something million for their cap space.
Yep, that's true.
Yep.
And
All right.
Philip Hronek resigns a long-term extension with Vancouver.
8 by 7.25 million.
Yeah, and
8 years.
Go, why?
What do you mean why?
Well, some people go, who's Philip Hronek? I mean, he had a great year.
He's the reason why Quinn Hughes is going to win the Norris.
He was a big reason why. That's why he's getting that super good contract. He lets Quinn Hughes do whatever offensively he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like Mikey Anderson and Drew Doughty. Mikey Anderson, but Doughty's an excellent defensive player.
Yeah.
But Mikey Anderson, that's why he gets paid, is to play defense.
Yeah. So I think he probably would have made more money on the open market, but I think he liked where he was at. So, but like I said, I think that was a great move by Vancouver to lock him up for 8 years. So, great move. All right. Jacob Slavin is looking at getting a contract extension on July 1st, and it's looking at being 8 years by $6.5 million. So the reason why he can't he's gonna get the contract extension on July 1st is because you can only sign an extension when you have a minimum or 1 year left on your contract, and since the next season technically starts on July 1st, that's when he can officially sign the contract. But you could still talk to him, but you just can't sign the contract until July 1st. So, yeah. All right. Since you broke the news on this one, I'll let you do this one.
Sorry. Jacob Markstrom traded to the New Jersey Devils. And the Flames get defenseman Kevin Ball and a 2025 conditional first-round pick. It is top 10 protected. Calgary's going to rank.
It's unprotected for the 2026 pick, by the way.
And Calgary retained 31.25. Why not 31.26% of of Markstrom's contract, which is $1.875 million a year. So
I think he has 2 years left.
And do you think that was enough for Markstrom?
For a 34-year-old goalie?
No, we gave him P.L. Dubois. Who's Kevin Ball?
Yeah, but I think that was honest. There was a difference between the Kings trade and the Markstrom trade. There's two different things.
And we're going to go into that later, so we'll leave that.
So
to later.
Obviously, the Devils, if they would have had Markstrom last year, they would have been probably a playoff team.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
if they had Markstrom and they still stayed healthy, Washington would have never even sniffed the playoffs. What's that?
Yeah. I still can't believe they made the playoffs with minus 40 goals.
Yeah. So like I said, if they have Markstrom last year and they're at least somewhat healthy, they're a playoff team. So that just means now New Jersey and Markstrom are off the market. So now teams like, I believe, the Senators, I think Carolina might be looking for a goalie. Who's the other one? Buffalo, maybe.
Toronto?
Toronto. Yep, that's a good one. Toronto, and there was another one. I can't think of it at the top of my head. Well, and the Kings are off the market too for a goalie.
And they're actually very happy with their trade.
I think that was a good move, but we'll get back into that later. All right. Speaking of goalies, Penguins re-sign goalie Alex Nedeljkovic to a 2-year, $2.5 million contract per year. So
That's a mouthful.
yeah, I bet you Carolina wishes they never trade him away.
So who's the
Jari.
so he's going to be Jari's replacement, huh?
Yeah. So there's, and I've heard rumors. I can't remember who said it, like Jari might be on the trade block too.
No, maybe he'll go to Toronto.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna skip the next one because I kind of want to make fun of that one a little bit. Winnipeg Jets prospect Rutger McGroarty, that's a mouthful too, is involved in trade talks and no longer sees his long-term future with the club. So apparently he came out and said that he probably doesn't want to be a Jet long-term. But he already announced that he's already going back to college. So the Jets still technically have his rights for 2 more years.
And
So
then
Verbeek, do your thing. Well, because McGordy and Cutter were, I think, line mates in the World Juniors.
what I was going to say is you just wait and sign him, because if once he graduates, he's a free agent.
Yeah, true.
They have to sign him before the college season, or is it the end of the year for college? I'm not sure.
I can't remember what it is exactly. It's after their 4 years in college.
Right.
So after their senior season.
Right.
All right. Matvey Michkov is leaving Russia early, and he signs a 3-year ELC with the Flyers.
But they didn't think that was going to happen this quick.
I didn't think it was going to happen either, because I think that's why he went further in the draft, was because of that.
Yeah, because he was.
They were saying if he wasn't a Russian playing in the KHL and had a contract, he could have been the second or third overall pick.
Yeah,
easily.
he would have been top 3.
Yeah, for sure. They were assuming like he might be just as good as Bedard. He could be. There was talks, but it was the whole Russian thing, and because he had like another 3 years left on his KHL contract and stuff like that. So, I forgot. Like, I think Michkov actually bought himself. I believe because to leave Russia, I think he had to buy out his own contract. The Flyers couldn't pay it for him. Michkov had to pay off the remaining contract, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. And the last bit of news, Arizona State Land Department has canceled the land auction in Phoenix.
Lawsuit. I see a lawsuit happening.
I didn't I predict something like they weren't gonna make it back?
Well, I think we both predicted he wasn't going to be able to fulfill his part of the obligation to keep the rights of the Phoenix Coyotes.
Yeah.
I mean, the rights of the name, the trademark.
The deal he had with the league is not, I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with it.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. So, apparently they're putting in for like a special permit so that way they can still possibly get the land, but it's not looking promising. So, I think it's kind of funny. Well, I wouldn't say funny, but I don't know. I felt like it was predictable that was going to happen. All right. Playoff recap.
Oh.
So last time we talked, we thought we both predicted the Florida was going to win in 5 games. We both predicted that. We both look stupid predicting that, don't we?
Which way did he go, George?
So,
Which way did he go?
yeah. So Florida had won the first 3 games, and they were 1 win away from winning the final. But Edmonton's like, hold on, hold my beer. We're making a comeback. So not only did they win 1 game, which we already talked about, but they won the game on Tuesday. Then they won the game on Friday. So now we have a sudden death, winner takes all, game 7 tomorrow at 5:00 Pacific Standard Time. Edmonton at Florida. Who's winning, Dad?
Gosh, I hate to say it.
You're gonna say Edmonton, aren't you?
Edmonton is. They're doing the same thing that Florida did the first 3 games, only they were better. I mean, they pretty much have dominated Florida.
Yeah,
for 3 games.
The first,
excuse me.
Don't die on the podcast, okay? We're talking about. All right, because Edmonton has even the first 3 games when the Panthers won. Edmonton wasn't like completely outplayed. I think there was maybe 1 game you could say that the Florida was the better team, or Edmonton should have won, but honestly, game 1, I think Edmonton was by far the better team, but they just got goalied by Bobrovsky. Well, that's what they call it.
Yeah, he got goalied. They got goalied on.
Yeah. God, it's just crazy how it turned around like this.
Well, everybody thought, Bobrovsky's got the. He's gonna win. What's it, the Conn Smythe?
Yeah.
Well,
Connor McDavid's winning it now.
Oh, probably. I don't even if Florida wins, it's probably going to be.
Yeah,
and McDavid's looking to break some Gretzky records.
Was it where's he at now? I forgot.
42.
Stats. He's at 42, so he needs 5. If he gets 5 points, he ties the record.
So here you go. I looked this up, and maybe you didn't know it. Do you know who the top 5 scorers are in the playoffs this year?
This year? Oh, I mean the one I just looked it up. McDavid, Bouchard, Draisaitl, Hyman, and Barkov. It's crazy that Bouchard is over Draisaitl.
I thought it was Tkachuk.
No, well, this is on NHL. Tkachuk has so Tkachuk, Nugent Hopkins, and Barkov all have 22 points.
Okay, but yet, if not for the tie, they'd all be Edmonton. I mean, literally, 5 is the first 4 are Edmonton, and the 5th is Edmonton, tied with 2 Panthers. That's incredible.
It's crazy.
And the funny thing is, Kings fans, do we feel so bad getting beat possibly by the Stanley Cup champion team in the first round? I mean, it does say something, that they've been walking through people now. Even when they're down, they're not crazy. Out.
Yeah, they've just looked like a completely better and just dominant team. God, when I was watching the game Friday, and it was exactly how it was on Game 4. Game 4. It was literally it was a game and like a party in one. All you heard was people singing along to the music, cheering every time something happened. It was like bananas there in Edmonton and for Game 6.
Yeah, they definitely are supportive of their Oilers. That's for sure.
Yeah, kind of makes me wish I would have put a little wager on McDavid winning the Conn Smythe to start the final. Because I think it was like Bobrovsky and Barkov were, I think, the clear favorites.
Yeah.
But, and I bet, I tell you this now, I already know what suit Connor McDavid's going to wear. He's going to wear the same, he's worn the same suit, I want to say at least 10 times in the last 2 series. So.
As long as you're winning.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Hopefully you change the socks.
All right. Give me a prediction. Who wins? What's the score? Who wins the Conn Smythe?
4-2 Edmonton. I think McDavid's winning it either way.
So you're saying 4-2 Edmonton?
Yep. So far, I've been pretty sucky at this, so don't bet on what I say.
I'm gonna go 4-3 overtime. Double overtime. Florida. McDavid still wins the Conn Smythe.
Ooh.
I think the only way somebody else wins the Conn Smythe is if like Barkov goes has 3 or 4 points and just completely shuts down McDavid, or Bobrovsky has 60 saves and gets a shutout.
I think it's still McDavid.
I agree. I see that's the only way. I think someone has to have one of the best games ever in Stanley Cup final history for McDavid not to win the Conn Smythe. Because here he broke a Gretzky record for most assists in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Think about it. He broke a Gretzky record. That should be something there alone.
Yeah, just to mention how many records does Gretzky have?
Exactly.
Somebody might be breaking another one here in the next year.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Yeah. Now, and it's funny how you say that, because it brings it back to why Washington made that move. So.
That's true.
So I'm saying.
I shouldn't have said anything.
So you're saying 4-2 Edmonton. McDavid's winning Conn Smythe. I'm saying 4-3 Florida and double overtime. And McDavid still wins the Conn Smythe.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
I hope you're right.
Honestly, I have a feeling, since the Ducks just can't seem to ever win with moving up in the draft for first round picks, because literally that second first round pick is Edmonton's, and it was supposed to be 24th. Then it was supposed to be 28th. Now it's going to be 31 or 32. I can see it being number 32 now, because just with the Ducks' luck with never moving up in the draft.
Okay. That's why you said Florida. Now I get it.
That's not why. Just, yeah. But, okay. All right. And we'll be right back after this ad break. Hey Ducks and Kings fans, step into the spotlight and make your prom night unforgettable with our exclusive prom night photo shoot package. For just $150, immerse yourself in the beauty of the great outdoors as our professional photographer captures your radiant glow against nature's backdrop. Prefer an indoor setting? No worries. At $300, experience a studio session where every click of the camera amplifies your elegance and style. Each 45-minute session guarantees you 10 high-quality images, a timeless memento of a night filled with laughter, dance, and unforgettable memories. But wait, there's more. We also specialize in senior photos, graduation photos, and quinceañeras, because every milestone is a story waiting to be told. So why wait? Book now and let us narrate your journey through our lenses. Contact us at 951-719-6377 or at Christina122193 at gmail.com, or go follow us on Instagram at Xtina's Photo on Instagram. That's XTINAS Photo for a glimpse into how we turn every shot into a masterpiece. All right. So I know a few weeks ago we put it to a vote on what our podcast should be about. And you guys voted for the jersey rankings. But now we're going to do what was against the jersey rankings. We're going to do an all current NHL snake draft. My team versus my dad's team. So we're going to do a snake draft, and then I'm going to put it on NHL 24 and see who wins.
Now
So
this is best of 4.
yeah, we'll do a 7-game
sort
series.
of like a Stanley Cup between
Mm-hmm.
The smart dad and the dumb son.
So here are the rules. They have to play that position. I think defense are the only ones you can really kind of play with because some of them play on their off wing. But you have to have left wingers for left, right wingers for right, centers for center, and obviously goalies for goalie. Unless you want to put McDavid on goalie, it's your choice.
Yeah, right.
So no salary cap, nothing. We're going to do best versus best.
Yeah, well, that's the salary cap, but if we had more people involved, would make it that interesting. But 2 people, not interesting, because that means you can just why not have the best against the best?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, or what we think the best is against the best.
All right. You want heads or tails? I'll let you call it.
Tails.
Flip a coin. It is tails.
Ooh, I get first pick.
You get first pick. So we're going to do in a snake one. So you get first, then I get second and third.
And then I get 4th and 5th, right?
Yeah.
Or do we snake it after that? No. That's not the way it works. That's not fair to me. Okay, I got first pick. I'm going to take Mr. Conn Smythe winner.
So you're taking Bobrovsky?
I'm taking McDavid.
I figured. All right, I'm gonna take. Where did I do with my draft notes? All right, so McDavid's off. All right, I'm gonna go McKinnon.
I knew you were going to do that because that's what I would have done.
Then I'm gonna go with Makar. So now you have 4.
I did not expect that.
So now you have 4 and 5.
Let me think. I'm gonna go with Quinn Hughes.
So you can go in Quinn Hughes.
And the 4th pick. And the 5th pick. I'm going to go with Kucherov.
Okay.
And he's a right wing.
Yeah. So Hughes and Kucherov. All right, so I got to take those off of mine. All right, next I'm going to go with Hellenbuck.
Holy, are you?
Yeah, so at least I got my number 1 right out. And then I'm going to go with Draisaitl. Ooh, wait. Yeah, Draisaitl.
Okay. I'm going to go with Austin Matthews.
Damn it.
And I'm going to go with Bouchard.
Matthews and Bouchard. All right, I'm going to go with Matthew Tkachuk. Chuck. And Pasternak.
Ooh.
Wait, who'd you say with your last pick?
Evan Bouchard.
Bouchard.
I'm going to go with Panarin.
And I was going to pick him next.
And then Shesterkin.
Ooh, good pick. Okay.
I'm picking some of these out of the order of actually how well they did. I like him.
Yeah.
I think he's
right.
probably the best goalie, even though not always stat-wise.
All right. Next, I'm going to go with Hedman and then Yossi.
They're both lefties, right?
Yes, but I got Makar.
Yeah.
And he's right.
Okay. I'm going to go with Kaprizov.
Okay.
And Fox.
Ooh, good pick. Okay. I'm going to go with
We need a drum roll.
I know. I'm going to go with Crosby. And then go Rantanen.
Good pick.
He's right wing.
See what do here. I think I'm gonna go Nylander. And Reinhardt.
I don't even have Reinhardt on my list. Okay.
He's a center by what NHL said.
Yeah, I had other players for that.
Yeah.
All
What
right.
do you have? 57 goals.
No, I know. But there was other players I wanted.
I got you.
Okay. Let's go with McAvoy.
Oh, you're welcome for that one.
Yeah, I know. And then, all right, I'm gonna. I need another left wing. Oh, let's go with. Go. I know he didn't have a great year, but I'm gonna go with Jason Robertson.
I'm gonna go Heiskanen.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let you steal another one. We kind of talked about players a little bit before we started the podcast, and there's both we missed players.
Yeah.
And that's one I picked up. He missed, and in fact, McAvoy was one he missed.
Yeah, I did.
So
I did this while I was at the beach. Okay, I didn't have very good Wi-Fi or anything. So who's the last one?
Man, struggling. I'm gonna go.
I'm growing a beard, Dad.
I know, struggling. I've got like 1, 2, 3. I'm struggling with which of the 3 I want. I'm gonna go with Marner.
Darn it! You ruined one of the lines I was planning on making.
Well, I'm not putting them in lines yet. I'm putting them in, you know.
I had an idea and you took it. I'm gonna do Barkov for my last center. I was gonna make a Selkie line with Marner and Barkov. All right, so I'm gonna do Barkov. That's my last center, right? 1,
Yep.
2, 3. Yeah, so he's my last center. All right, now I need. Let's go. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go Brady Kachuk. I'm gonna get the brothers on one line together.
Okay. I didn't even have them on my list. So you took Robertson, right? Cross him off. I'm gonna go Jesper Pratt.
I thought about getting him too.
And JT Miller, my last center.
So you went with Bratt
And JT Miller.
and Miller. All right, so you went with JT. Oh, Brad didn't have. All right, so he's a left wing. How many left wings do I have? 1, 2, 3. So I should probably get another right wing. Let's go with Brock Besser.
So is that both your picks?
That's only my first one.
Oh, okay.
And then last one for this one. Go with Philip Forsberg. I think that's my last left wing.
Oh, I had him on my list too. Okay. I'm going to take Morrissey
Okay.
and Dobson.
Did you have Dobson? Oh yeah, you did have Dobson from before. So
So now I have all my defense.
okay. All right. Then that actually kind of helps me out.
Does it?
Yeah, because now I can have a. Ooh, okay. Since I need one more right wing. 1, 2. Oh, I got 2 right wings. All right. Is that right?
I don't know.
1,
Who do you have?
2, 3. No, I got 3. All right, last one. I'm gonna do Keller. Yeah, Clayton Keller. So I think that's my last right wing. And then I think I'm good on left wings. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Let's do Taves. Devin Taves.
He's a defenseman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's my 2. I want to look up to see what this one player is. Oh well, I'll pick him anyway.
What's my 2 picks now?
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to pick up back goalies?
Yeah. You want to save that as your last pick?
We're going to both do that because
Right.
you already got everything else filled, right?
I need one more defenseman, I believe.
Yeah. Once I pick these 2, we each have 1 left.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I want here. Oh, man. So I guess for my left wing, I'm going to take Hyman.
Oh, I didn't even have Hyman on mine.
Well, I wrote them down as I picked them, not as the lines I want.
Mm-hmm.
But I could have McDavid and Hyman together.
Okay.
I can have Matthews and Nylander together. And
So you have
and
Hyman.
Marner.
Yeah.
Well, no, I can't because they're Marner and Nylander both play right wing.
Nylander is a. Yeah, they're both right wings.
Yeah, so I need a right wing.
Okay.
So I have a choice. Do I take a king or you know what? I'm going to take Adrian Kempe. He's a right wing.
Okay. So we each have 2. I have 2 and you have 1, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Because I need 1 defenseman and a goalie.
Yeah.
You just need a goalie.
Right.
All right. So I'm going to go with Slavin. So I have a Taves and Slavin defense pair. They're both left-hand shots, but they're too good defensemen to not take. And then
my worst pair is Morrissey and Dobson. That's not a bad worst
yeah, but
pair.
Slavin and Taves as your top defensive defenseman pair. Ooh. Or how just Taves and McCart play together like they do now.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, and then my last goalie, I'm gonna go with Vasilevsky.
Okay.
And who's your? You have a pick from the litter now.
I know. I guess I'm going to go with Bobrovsky.
Interesting.
He's had a good year.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody took Georgiev, and he was the number one in wins and stuff.
Georgiev was good, but not my. I would have taken him.
So you plug them all in. Do they put them in a playing position, or do we do it?
I mean, if you want to give me your lines, you can send it to me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, recap. So here's my team, and then you can read your team. I got McKinnon, Makar, Hellenbuck, Draisaitl, Kachuk, or Matthew Kachuk, Pasternak, Hedman, Yossi, Crosby, Rantanen, McAvoy, Robertson, Barkov, Brady Kachuk, Besser, Forsberg, Keller, Taves, Slavin, and Vasilevsky.
I wrote mine down a little different in positions.
Okay.
Centers, McDavid, Matthews, Reinhart, and JT Miller. Left wings, Panarin, Kaprizov, Pratt, and Hyman. Right wing, Kucherov, Nylander, Marner, and Kempe. Left D, Hughes, Heiskanen, and Morrissey. Right D, Bouchard, Fox, and Dobson. Goalies, Shesterkin and Bobrovsky.
The other goalie I had if you would have taken Vasilevsky, I was going to take Ottinger.
Who?
Ottinger.
I thought of Ottinger too.
But I can see why you went with Bobby. Sergei Bobby.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully it goes 7 games, but we're not going to be in control. That's going to be where we're not playing the game. It's put in.
I'll be putting it into NHL tonight.
And then it'll just tell us.
Hopefully I can get it done tonight. All right.
Let's go to questions.
All right. First one. Why would the Kings break the bank for Dubois to just trade him away a year later?
Why?
Yep.
Well, if you went by Rob Blake's press conference, not a good fit. So by this trade, they not only got rid of not a good fit, but they got a better goalie and $3.25 million in cap space. Okay, so in the long haul, it looks a little off, but with the goal in mind, I think that's why it happened.
Yeah.
They just didn't think he was going to be a good fit. And what we don't know is all the behind scenes stuff, which they don't usually talk about, because all Rob Blake did is blame himself. He blamed himself for the whole thing, which is, not. It's fair to Dubois that he did that instead of just saying, no, we don't want it. $8.5 million. I mean, he's the highest. He'd be the highest paid player on the Kings this next season. Well, besides Doughty, I'm sorry. Forward. Yeah. He'd be the highest paid forward. So I think that's why. And there's more to come. I think the Kings are looking to let the kids give it a go and try to make the team, like Turcotte, Fagemo or Fagimo, Akil Thomas. I think Clark's going to be on the Kings. They got to go in and sign Spence Spence as a restricted free agent. We'll see. If not, I mean, they could bring Roy back and just, I don't know what they do with Spence. Because I think Clark is what they want to see what the future lies. The other thing is if they wanted to bring back Arvidsson, they might be able to bring back Arvidsson because he's got great chemistry with the team.
Yeah, I would see why not now.
Maybe after 2 seasons of not playing that much, you give him a hometown, maybe 1 year discount and see where it goes. So that's why. So, did you have anything you wanted to throw in there, Cody?
No, that's more your thing than me.
So,
is someone vacuuming?
No.
Or is that on my end?
I have my fan on.
Oh, never mind. I thought I heard vacuuming. Anyways, all right. Next, what?
Do you still hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a vacuum. It's not a fan.
Okay. It's not here.
Okay. All right. Next one. If the rumors are true about Zegras, why are the Ducks so interested in trading him? So, my guess for this is maybe he doesn't fit the whole Verbeek and Cronin plan. So, because obviously, think about how the Ducks, the Cronin treated him by sitting him whenever he made mistakes, even though there was other players on the team that were doing more or just as bad of mistakes and they didn't get benched. So, and how bad the contract talks were last season, how he didn't really sign until it was whatchamacallit, till training camp was almost over, or even preseason was almost over, so he barely even got really any time to learn Cronin's system. Other than that, and maybe just they're looking to someone that's gonna gel with this team more, or or maybe he just doesn't fit what Cronin's trying to do defensively. So
there's a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
What we don't know is what happens in that locker room.
Yeah, exactly. But I think you keep Zegras. He's a one of a kind player. I feel like he works. I mean, obviously, offense. I mean, we're bad defensively too, but I think the better you are in offense, kind of sometimes the less defense you do have to play because you're going to be in the offensive zone more. So I think having someone like Zegras, I mean, think about it, he's only 22, 23 years old. He's still a young kid. So you can't really just give up on him just yet. So I say keep him. Don't, if you're going to trade him, you better be getting an all-star, someone that's better than Zegras coming back. So that's what I'm going to say about that. You have anything on that?
Yeah, to me it's perplexing. I mean, because he came in his first season and did a pretty decent job for being such a young guy. And then the second season, did he score 60 points?
He was the first, I want to say the first Ducks player to score 60 points in back-to-back seasons in his first 2 years.
Did he score 60 in his first season?
Well, the first full year. Because I think he lost to the Calder Trophy to Sider that year, which Sider deserved it. I'm not disagreeing with that. So yeah, you have anything else to add?
Well, about him, like I said, it may be something we're never gonna see.
Yeah.
Okay. So how old is he? So I was looking him up. So you.
All right. While you're looking that up, I'm gonna move on to the next question.
He was already 23. He's 23. He was 23 in March.
So he just turned 23.
In March, yeah.
So not 3 months ago. And guys, remember, he lost a year of college. He left college early to play in the AHL and everything. And then we had the COVID years and everything, and we had Dallas Eakins as our coach. So, like I said, he hasn't had a full year of being in Cronin's system yet. He didn't even play half the season.
He played 31 games.
Yeah. So, like I said, you can't really. And it wasn't like 31 and then he went somewhere. No, it was broken up because of injuries and stuff like that. So let's give him a full year with Cronin, and we'll go from there.
And unless he gets better at faceoffs, he might end up being better off being a winger.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I was just looking at his faceoff wins and his faceoff losses in his career, and it's 549 wins, 802 losses.
Well, to be honest, no one on the Ducks were good in faceoffs last year. Our two best faceoff guys got traded to Edmonton.
Yeah. So you want to go on to the next question? I think we hit that one hard enough.
Yeah. Last question. What kind of players should the Ducks and Kings take with their first round picks, or should they trade their first rounders for someone? What do you think? Where are you going to go?
Well,
because you said the 21st overall pick.
I believe the Kings have the 21st overall pick, and what they need is a goal scorer. We need more points. We need guys that can score goals. We need a Matthews kind of guy. We need a Hyman. We need a Marchessault. He had like 40 some odd goals this year. We need a guy that can score some goals. We're not getting enough goals. So that's what we're going to be looking for. And if it takes throwing away a first round pick to get a good goal scorer, I think we would make that trade. But I think we're looking for that in the free agent or the UFAs.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they can afford him, but like a Stamkos, he's a goal scorer.
Stamkos is a goal scorer.
So, but it's hard to say. I would think they're looking for scoring. I mean, they do have. I mean, Samuel Fagemo, Adam. I'll say it both ways for you. He had 43 goals in the AHL in 50 games.
If you guys need a goal scorer, I know you're going to have to probably trade up to get to him, though.
Well, yeah.
Cole Iserman.
Yeah, I don't, then again, you're taking a chance on a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, they can be great in juniors or even in college, but it doesn't always parlay to making it in the NHL. So, it's going to be interesting to see what the Kings do. I'm not against them making that pick either, and picking someone. I mean, with if all three of those guys, Thomas, Turcotte, and Fagemo, all get. I know. I'm doing that just for you, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
And I got to hear both names each time now.
Yeah. Anyways.
Look what you started, Adam.
Yeah. Anyways, if all three of those guys go up, they're gonna need to replenish. And the amazing thing is the Kings have been pretty lucky with some later round picks. I mean, a lot of people don't realize Matt Roy was a 7th round pick. He's going to get probably over $5 million a year as a defenseman this year from somebody. Unless he thinks he loves the Kings and gives them a deal.
The hometown discount?
The hometown discount. And you know what? He just had a baby, so he's probably going to want to grab that money, I would think. I don't know how he feels. But
okay, so
what do you say, Cody?
For the Ducks' third overall pick, if we're going forward, my first choice is Caden Lindstrom. 6'3", 216-pound center. And backup, maybe Demidov as a backup, but I would take Lindstrom first. Now, if we're going defenseman, I'm going with Carter Yakimchuk. They have him going 14th overall, but I've heard that the Ducks are interested in him. And I believe the other one was Zeev Buyum. 6 foot, left-handed shot defenseman. I believe that's what they were looking at the most, or those two for defense. That's if Artem Levshinov goes number 2 overall, that's what's predicted, but we'll see. With the 31st overall, honestly, I wouldn't mind if the Ducks traded it to either move up in the draft or to pick up someone, aka Marty Nitches. I'm just kidding. So
there you go.
Yeah. All right. I wouldn't be shocked if the Kings try to move up in the draft either.
Yeah, they've been known to do that. Trade a couple picks, get a better pick.
Mm-hmm. So, all right.
We'll see what happens with it. Being 21st, you're not going to get. You get lucky, or maybe you're greater scouting gets you a pick that's later that people just miss.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, that is it for this week's episode. On Friday, I'm probably gonna do it. So I'm gonna do a live stream for the NHL draft on Friday. I'll try to be on like about 10 to 15 minutes before the NHL actually starts. So I'm gonna try and do it on Twitch. So go follow Royally Quacked on Twitch, and I'll put it up on YouTube too. So, and yeah, so it'll be interesting how my first live stream is going. Well, my dad's enjoying a concert.
Oh yeah,
I'm kind of jealous about the concert. Not gonna lie,
I got it wrong. It's
yes.
not Journey, it's Foreigner.
Yeah, mom told me, she's like, yeah, your dad said Journey. It's not Journey. It's Foreigner. So remember, guys, Friday is the draft. I will do a live stream, so you'll get to see my ugly face. Hi. And everything. So please come in and join in on that, send in questions and everything. And then we will be at the Flock Party on Sunday. So it's going to be a busy weekend for Royally Quacked.
Yes, it is.
So we're both looking forward to the Flock Party. So like I said, guys, I believe you can still reserve your tickets. So please go do that if you want to go and see the Flock Party and can see the new merch and see what's going to happen. They're also saying they maybe announce a captain. Maybe. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to wait till after free agency to do that. Or maybe like the start of right before training camp or something. So, but guys, please go follow us on all our socials at Royally Quacked on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever else is out there. You can send in your questions on Instagram directly there, or you can send it to me personally at Sminko1221. Guys, please tell your family, friends, relatives, co-workers, enemies, strangers, during your drive-through order at Jack in the Box or Taco Bell, whatever you prefer, and just tell them, hey, go listen to Royally Quack, and I'll take a chicken sandwich to go. So I don't know why I said chicken sandwich. That's what sounds good to me right now, not gonna lie. But I'm just spitballing here now.
Okay.
But guys, please go follow and listen to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Overcast, YouTube and iHeartRadio. Download, listen, send us questions, please. We had 3 great questions from listeners this week.
Yes, thank you guys.
So, all right, guys. Well, I'm Cody.
I'm Gary. Go Kings, go.
And let's go Ducks.